Everyone, it's Mrs. S here. I hope you're having a fun summer. The lesson that we're going to work on today is Friends of 10. And in first grade, and maybe even in kindergarten, you might have heard of this a little bit, but in first grade, we really start learning about Friends of 10. And then in second grade, we start working on Friends of 10 a little bit more. And then we start seeing Friends of 10 evolving when we start working with higher tens numbers in our 2-digit plus 2-digit, and even in our 3-digit plus 3-digit. So I'm going to flip my camera around again so you can see my whiteboard as we're working. And quickly, I'm just going to draw. I know that it's not the best because it's not going to be in color, but in first grade, you'll learn about the Friends of 10 rainbow. And second graders that have been in here with me, or first graders that were with Mrs. Schwickerath this year, you've seen the Friend of 10 rainbow. So we know that the outside of the rainbow starts with 0 and 10. And we know that 10 plus 0 and 0 plus 10, they are friends. Okay, and then we go to 1 and 9. And we know that they're friends, 1 plus 9 or 9 plus 1. They're friends and they are connected. And then the next number is 2, and his friend is 8. 3 to 7, 4 and 6, and then 5 is his own friend with himself right in there. Okay, we know 5 plus 5 equals 10. So we know 5 and 5 are friends, 6 and 4, 7, 3, 8, 2, 9, 1, and 10 and 0. So we reference the Friends of 10 rainbow a lot in first and second grade when we are working on what do we need to make another 10? Okay, when we first start learning about it, we're just working with these numbers here to get us to 10. And then we're going to start looking at numbers like 12 plus what is going to get us to 20. And we know I'm going to look right here in my ones and I see 2. And 2, I'm going to look into the rainbow and I see Mr. 8 there. So we know that 2 and 8 are friends, and that's getting me to my next 10 number. So this is really helping us. Our friends of 10 always hang out in our ones place. Okay, so I have a fun little activity again, just using some dice that you can get at Dollar Tree, or maybe you have a game of Yahtzee hanging around that you can do. So I'm going to start just first with one dice, and so I'm going to roll my dice here. Okay, and I have 2. So I'm trying to always solve who can get me to 10. So I need to know 2 plus who is getting me to 10. And if you want, you can always draw a tens frame. You don't always have to have one here with you, but it's nice. I'm just going to bring one into the camera here. And so I'm going to add 2 in here because then that's going to give me a visual of how many do I need to fill in. So if I don't know his friend right away, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 more to make my 10. Okay, so let's erase that and see who my next one is. I'm going to take my 2 out. I'm going to roll my dice. Oh, 1. So now I can see my tens frame. I have 1. So how many more do I need to get a full tens frame? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One's friend is 9, and I can always double check that rainbow. If you want for a fun art craft, you could make your own Friends of 10 rainbow to help double check your work because it's always nice to double check to make sure that we're right. I'm going to bring in another dice. You kind of rolled out of there. 5. So I'm going to put 5 spots in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another green one. 5. And I can see I have 5, and 5's friend is 5. This is a fun way to practice or start learning and working on your friends of 10. Okay, and then bringing it up a little notch. Remember, we always are going to use that friends of 10 to make it to our next 10. So we know our 10s are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100 is 10 10s. So you can take your 2 dice. Remember, my red is going to be my 10s number. My blue is going to be my 1s number. So let's see, what do I have? I have 32. So I'm trying to go to my next 10 number, which if I pull out a 100 chart, which I know a lot of us might not have 100s chart, but maybe mom and dad could look it up on your phone. Okay, so here's 32. My next 10 is going to be 40. So I'm going to put 40 there because that's where I'm trying to make it. Okay, so I know I have 3 10s out there, but I only rolled 2 1s. So I know we kind of had this already, but there's my 2 1s. I need 8 more 1s to get me to my next 10. Okay, so let's draw another one or roll another one. All right, the 2s are hot today. There we go. Let's do 54. And if you're working with a 100s chart, you can see here's 54. Our next 10 is going to be 60. Okay, and I'm going to put my 4 in there. Okay, and then I can just count. How many more do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 1s to help me get there. I'm going to flip my camera a little bit. Also, if you don't want to work with a 10 frame and you want to be outside, this is another really fun way that you can roll your dice and then you can jump the number of jumps to get you to your next 10. So again, if I just rolled 54, maybe I just rolled 4 on my dice, I can jump. So if I'm at 4, then I can jump 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I counted on my fingers as I was jumping 6 more jumps. So it's really fun. Maybe you're waiting in line and you see something like you're waiting for your food or you're eating your French fries. Maybe you're at McDonald's and you pull out 7 French fries and you need to know how many more French fries to get you to 10. Pull out the French fries till you get to 10. 1, 2, 3 gets me to 10. So fun ways. I'm excited to hear all the fun ways that you use Friends of 10 this summer.